Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and this channel is all about health and wellness and starting where you are and eventually getting to our ideal versions of ourselves. So today's episode, as you can probably tell already and why you clicked on this video, is all about mastering your mid-year reset. It is officially August, which is absolutely insane. I just turned 21, so this was a big one for me. And yes, it's exciting, it's fun, but also I'm like, wow. I'm getting older, like the years are passing. Every single year it feels like it's going by quicker and quicker. So I thought this was perfect because we're officially now past the mid-year mark. So all of our goals that we gave ourselves in January, either we're making it or we're not, but right now is the time to really lock in, especially when school's starting back up for a lot of us, or maybe new jobs, new opportunities, or the summer's just ending and we just want to get back into a routine. So this video is for you if any of that applies. I feel like I was just writing down my 2025 New Year's resolutions. Like I swear the last 6, honestly 7 months now, they've flown by and I've officially been working full-time for a year. And I feel like just working full-time has made the time go by so fast. I don't have a lot of personal time, or at least I don't have as much personal time as I did prior to working full-time. It's really important to me that I'm not going back on the resolutions that I promised for myself in January. So I think this is a time to really sit down and go over our goals that we made in January and make sure that we are on track to meeting them by the end of the year. So if you're like me, maybe you did pretty well with your goals this year. I feel like I've been fairly consistent with all the goals that I've given myself. I definitely haven't reached them perfectly. I definitely haven't been perfect. And especially over the summer, I've definitely slacked a little bit. There's just been a lot of more spontaneous trips. My friends are back in our hometown from college. I'm going outside more, and none of these things are bad by any means, but it's just meant that I've kind of had to step back from some of the things that were goals of mine. And there will come a time again, which is this video, the whole point of this video, that it'll be time to get back into that routine. And it's not like I abandoned my goals completely. I'm still going to the gym and eating fairly healthy, reading and all that. It's just definitely on a less consistent basis right now over the summer. But I really want to give myself a head start going into fall and the fall season. I'm really excited about all things fall this year, which is actually first for me. I'm definitely a summer girl, but I think it's the working full time that has gotten me excited about like bundling up in sweatshirts and stuff and watching movies. But I want to get a head start into the fall and really nail down on my goals now. So that is step one. First, we need to figure out what our goals are. Are they the same as last year's, or are they the same as this start of the year in January? Are they the same goals? Maybe things have changed. Like for me, some of my goals have changed. I really wanted to get into running as the new year came. I was like, running is not for me right now. Right now, I really want to focus on building muscle, going to the gym. So yeah, that was just unrealistic for me. So we really want to look at our goals and see what we actually want to keep. And it's not what other people want us to keep. It's not what we see on social media and we're like, ooh, I want that. It's what we actually want for ourselves. So make sure you hunker down on that and figure out what you actually want. So here's some ideas for my list if you don't really have any yet. For the gym, it was going 2 to 3 times a week, going to martial arts 2 times a week, and then going on a long walk or sort of hike or jog 1 time a week. Usually on the weekends, actually always on the weekends. For sleep, getting 7.5 to 8.5 hours of sleep every single night. I've been pretty good with that. Eating whole foods 90% of the times and really trying to eat high protein. I've definitely slacked on this and I think I'm just starting to get back into it, so that's definitely one I can touch on. Reading every night and reading at least 1 book a month. Work on YouTube. This one took a little bit of a hit over the summer. YouTube is kind of like my creative outlet. Not necessarily these videos, but more of my vlog style videos and like travel vlogs, stuff like that. But yeah, posting 1 YouTube video a week and then 3 to 5 shorts from that video. So we're back on this, starting with this one. Yeah, so whatever works for you, list it all out, get everything on pen and paper. You're already 6 months in, so you kind of know what's working, what's unrealistic, what's realistic, where you can kind of tweak your goals, but have them written down on paper if you don't already. Step 2, we are meeting ourselves where we are at. Do not lie to yourself. Be honest, are you hitting your goals that you set for yourself in January? Maybe some of your goals you're hitting 50% of the time. Some of them you're not doing at all. Some of them you're at 100%. You're doing awesome with those. Are you going half the time to the gym that you planned on, a quarter of the time, all the time? So grade every single one of your goals. Let's say one of your goals was reading a book a month. Are you at like 50%? You've read like 4 books so far? Are you at 100%? You're at 6, 7 books? Grade yourself on all of these and be really honest, be brutal with yourself. Hey, we're at it 10%. We're at a completely failing grade with this goal. And is it more important to you? Should it become a priority? Do you have to take from this goal to get to this goal? Maybe I can't do martial arts and the gym with a combined 5 times a week. Maybe I have to take off a martial arts class, which I'm thinking about doing anyway. This will help us gauge what to do next, what our next step is. So next is our routines and rebuilding our blueprint. Now this is the reset of the half-year reset. We have these huge goals, but then life gets in the way, our social life gets in the way, our work life gets in the way, our school life gets in the way. Maybe we just don't have the energy that we thought we did when we were making these goals under the fireworks of the new year. The problem is with goals, we try to go from 0 to 100 overnight. This is especially talking about New Year's resolutions. We're there on the 31st of December, we're like, this year we are going to go to the gym, get jacked, eat super healthy, get a raise, get a nice car, all of these things. And it's not like it's gonna happen tomorrow. If you could have done it yesterday, you would have done it yesterday. You can't go from 0 to 60. We're humans. We're not a sports car. And then we start saying, I'll do it tomorrow. That is the bane of all of our existence. On the 1st of January, also, half of us are hungover and we're not doing any of the goals that we said. We said we were going to go to the gym and be up by 4 in the morning and do his whole skincare routine, and maybe we do it for the first day, and maybe we do it for the 2nd or 3rd day, and by the time the 4th day comes around, we're done. There's no way it's happening. A couple of the habits might linger for a month, maybe 2 months, but our goals were pretty much crumbled. And that's because we didn't create realistic goals. We weren't realistic with ourselves. And the secret to building a routine isn't willpower. It's about making it so easy that it's hard to say no to all of our goals. So this is going to be our 3-step blueprint to help us build momentum from the first day. So first is to identify the teeniest little action that you can take for each habit you want to start. An action that takes less than 2 minutes. So if we want to go to the gym, instead of signing up right away, start doing a 2-minute stretch in the morning. Start doing a few push-ups in the morning. Start doing air squats or going on a quick 2-minute run. Or even simpler, which I would start with, instead of saying I'm gonna go work out, just put on a workout outfit. Just get used to yourself doing that. If you want to start eating healthier, don't go right from I'm going to meal prep for the next month. Instead, just pick a healthier option. Instead of going for the chocolate bar, I don't know, go for the apple and peanut butter, something like that, where it's only taking 2 minutes of time and you're not overwhelmed by it. The whole point of this step isn't to get the full workout in or eat the perfect meal, but rather it's to prove to yourself that you're capable of showing up. Because so often we tell ourselves that we are going to do something. We make these promises to ourselves, and when we don't go through with them, we start to lose faith in ourselves and we start to lose trust that we are actually going to accomplish our goals. So we honestly stop before we even try. Now, if you're like me and you have a all or nothing mentality, and I promise I'm working on correcting that. One small step at a time. Don't set yourself up for failure by trying to add 50 new habits to your routine. Start small. I know it's hard, especially as a perfectionist, but really try to incorporate it slowly. Once you are consistently doing that small 2-minute habit for 2 weeks, I would say that's about good time to start to add a new one. Another small one. And if you lose that first habit when starting the new one, stop the new one and just go back to the first one. You're not ready to incorporate a new habit yet. And start with the habit that's most important to you. Maybe it's really important to you to get your finances straight. You really need to stick to a budget. Work on that. Spend a few minutes on your budget. Spend a few minutes going through your credit card statement. What are you buying? What do you really need? What do you not need? What subscriptions can you cancel? Like, don't worry about going to the gym if you're struggling to pay rent. Like, that comes first. Making sure that you can pay for your life and not get yourself into a ton of debt. And that also, that goes to say, if your mental health is really struggling, focus on that first. That should really come before anything else, but work on your habits that are improving your mental health. Whether it's journaling or going to therapy, or it might be going to the gym, but whatever it is, try to make that your first step. Now that you have your tiny habit, we need to make it automatic. And the best way to do that is to do something called habit stacking. So this is basically attaching your new habit onto a habit you're already doing every single day. I actually have an entire video on this, so I'll pop it up here and put it in the description. But basically, you take a habit like brushing your teeth, which you do every day, 2 times a day, hopefully. And you add something onto it. So maybe you want to start, let's stick with the teeth, oil pulling. You put your coconut oil right next to your toothbrush, or right when you're done, you do that. You're not trying to find a whole new time frame to do something. you're kind of just doing it already. You want to start stretching maybe. Your goal is to be more flexible or mobile. When you turn on your coffee pot in the morning, instead of just waiting for it to finish or watching it rip, do some stretches, do some mobility work. Maybe it's only for a minute, but it's better than nothing. And it's starting to get you into the habit of doing those stretches. This trick removes a lot of the friction in starting a new habit. And remember, our goal is to make our habits so easy that we can't say no to doing them. You're not trying to find a whole different time to do it, a whole different time of the day, the amount of time. You're just stacking it on a habit you already have made for yourself. Step number 3 is the daily check-in. Consistency is built on confidence that you have in yourself to accomplish the goals. And confidence comes from actually seeing yourself progress. A lot of us wait for motivation to bring us confidence, but we really need to start to become confident. We don't wait to be confident to start. Now, this doesn't need to be a long, drawn-out process. Just before you're going to bed, which I really like to do once I turn off the lights, it helps me kind of quiet my mind. Or maybe while you're brushing your teeth, just take 1 minute and ask yourself, did I do any of the goals that I sought out to do today? Did I put on my workout outfit? Did I drink a half a gallon of water? Did I eat pretty healthy? Did I not go over my budget today? Just kind of check in with yourself every day so you can figure out what you need to do better tomorrow. The check-in isn't about judging yourself at all. It's just about celebrating those tiny wins. So even if you didn't do everything you wanted to do that day, still celebrate the little things that you did do. Every time you say, yes, I did do that, you're reinforcing the habit and actually building confidence in yourself that you're going to keep doing it. Another thing I like to do is kind of have a streak. So there's different apps for this. There's actually one called Habit, which I like, but it helps you build a streak for your different goals. You can have up to 7, I think, in the free version, but even putting up sticky notes or having a check mark in your calendar, just something really simple to see your progress and see how well you've been doing. The key to this entire thing is to just be patient with yourself. However, you also want to stop waiting for motivation. Motivation comes after we take action. So start your key habit, one that will just kickstart your entire process. So this is what I like to call a keystone habit. It's a habit that is going to make all of our other habits a lot easier. And this is the one we want to start with if there's not something dire like our mental health or finances that need to come first. For example, sleep. If you can get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you're naturally going to have more energy to work out, to meal prep, to do all the things that you want to do. So this should really be a priority and it will be considered a keystone habit. Hydration, drinking enough water, giving your brain the power it needs to work on your budget or work on your passion project or work on your other business. Going on quick walks. A simple walk in the morning or during lunch can help really boost your mood and make it easier to maybe have a full workout later on in the day. So to quickly summarize all the 3 parts of our reset plan, number 1, we are going to reevaluate our goals, rebuild our routines with small habits and action, and start with 1 keystone habit. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So don't let the second half of the year go to waste and just wait until the next January 1st, because you have a full 5-6 months to still make progress. You can see progress in the gym in 2 months. You still have time to go out there. So try this reset, try it for a week, try it for 2 weeks, see how it goes, and start tweaking it to your liking. But yeah, you guys got this. I'm actually going to make a vlog of myself resetting my whole routine because I need a reset, especially after summer going into fall. So make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see more of that. I hope you guys have an awesome day and I will see you next week. Bye.